Hi friends, Kelly here. I'm going to show you how I made the quilted butterfly cards using a Paige Evans cut file, the Floral Butterfly, to make this card base in Silhouette Studio. So let's start from here. What you want to do is purchase the cut file. It's available in Silhouette Design Store and open it on your mat. We're going to first cut it in half. And I'd recommend turning on the grid so that you can have a straight line to use the knife with. I'm going to color it blue so you can see what's going on. And let's just enlarge it, zoom in a little bit. Over on your left toolbar is your knife tool, just under the eraser. And if you point and click on it, it'll give you a knife that you can bring over onto your mat. And I'm going to use that line as a guide. I'm going to click and drag, and the knife action happens when you let go of your mouse. And now you have the butterfly in two parts. So we're going to move the solid part of the butterfly just off the mat because we're going to do a bunch of work with the floral side of the wing first. So I wanted to do a little editing and delete some very small parts of the cut. When you minimize it, those cuts get very, very small and they don't cut super neat on the silhouette. So I just went through, point and click, and use my delete button to delete the very smallest cuts. And then I use the edit points tool. It's over on the left toolbar right there. And when you use it, it adds points to the cut so that you can click and drag them to make them a little bit wider, and that'll be easier for the silhouette blade to do a neater job. So we want to get it back to a compound path so we can continue to work with the floral wing, because we're going to make the cut file for the vellum that lays beneath the floral wing, as well as the first fold of the card. So I just used the Command C, Command V to make a copy. And again, release the compound path because for the vellum, we only need the outside of the floral wing. And it'll cut an identical copy, but just the outside line. So we've got the vellum, we've got the floral wing, and then we also want a piece that's just a little bigger than the vellum and the floral wing, so we can attach that to the front of the card. And I just did that by using the offset feature at 0.1, and I do that using the arrows in the offset box. You can see where my cursor is blinking there. The arrows let you make it up and down. So when I drag the floral wing off the mat, I'm left with the offset, and I can edit it, just taking out all the little bits out of the center. So release the compound path, drag the outside line away, and erase all the little bits. And that's going to leave us with the shape of the wing to weld to the front of the card, and that'll be the first fold. And I'm just going to change the colors so you can see everything come together that we've done so far. So this is the wing on the first fold. That's shown as orange. Then we have the vellum, which is pink, and the floral wing, which we've made blue. So we're almost there. So I came back from a little break and made the orange section of this cut file is now pink. So sorry if that's confusing. There's no specific reason for it. It's just I did this in two separate sessions. So we're going to go ahead and make the card base. You just need a rectangle. It doesn't have to be any specific size because we're going to use the transform tool to make it 8.90 by 5.90. That's the size that we want to make it before we add the wing to the front of the card. So over here, I can just type in those measurements, hit apply, and our card base will be the right size. Apply. So you can see now it's 8.90 by 5.90. So we're ready to attach the wing to the left side of the card. That'll be the very first fold of the finished card. And this wing will measure 5.90 because we know that's the height of our card, and the width will be 2.90. So again, using the transform tool, we'll type in those measurements, hit apply, and our wing is sized down to fit on the front of the card. So I'm just going to move that over there. I'm going to change the base color of the card to be transparent so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And zoom in here so we can see it a little better. What we want to do is move that butterfly over the left edge of the card so when we weld it, they become one. So select both together, go modify, weld, and now we have our entire card base. So let's resize our acetate, shown as the light pink, and our floral butterfly wing, the light blue. Let's resize it to fit on the front of our card. And again, we're going to use the transform tool, and these measurements are 2.80 by 5.755. Hit apply, and we're going to move it up so we can pop it on the front of our card. We're going to bring it to the front here so we can see that better. And there you go. That's going to be the very front of our card, the first fold. And let's work on the inside butterfly. So we still have our solid butterfly here. I'm going to do Command C, Command V, just to paste an extra copy of that wing. And we actually want to reverse the direction of the left wing so that it looks like a butterfly. And I'm going to zoom in here so you can see that I'm just putting these two close together. Just want to make sure they slightly overlap, and then we're going to select both at the same time. Just click and drag on both butterfly wings and modify weld. Zoom out so you can see that. So selecting both, we're going to modify weld, and there you go. You have a solid butterfly for the inside of the card, and we want that to be 5.5 by 5.5, and so it fits on the right hand side of the card. So we're going to bring a card base back in here. That's where your quilted butterfly will be. That's your vellum, and here's our floral wing. So that's it. That's your quilted butterfly card base. So you can actually add score lines to your card cut file right in the Silhouette Studio if you prefer. If not, use your score pal, but this is how I do it. So I just draw a simple line at the 6-inch mark, and I do the same at the 3-inch mark. Just a simple line. And then I take the eraser tool in Silhouette Studio, it's on the left hand side, and just erase here along the line, leaving small dashes that will help you fold the card in the right place. If you don't want to do it this way, you can also just use a bone folder or however you normally score your cards. But this makes your cut file totally complete, and the Silhouette will add the score lines for you. So there you see, it just adds dashes and makes for a very tidy fold. If you're making several cards, it's nice if they're all identical. And personally, I find my score pal doesn't always put everything in the exact right place that I'd want it to be. Well, of course, that's me, not the score pal. But this is just easier for me, so I just wanted to show you how that is done. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope the video was helpful. If you have any questions, please do leave a comment. Likes and subscribes are appreciated. I'll leave all the links in the description box below. Thank you, Paige Evans, for having me on your silhouette design team and for all the beautiful, beautiful cut files. See y'all soon.